the best blush finish products, and this is something that I feel like you're going to enjoy, because I don't think I've really gone through blush products like based on what's good for your skin type, because that's really important. It's very important, because I feel like I can actually speak from experience, especially because working as a pro makeup artist, you work on so many different skin types. So you know what works, you know what doesn't work. And you also know which products tend to slide off certain skin types, or which products tend to go patchy on skin types. We're going to go through the best blushes that I would recommend per skin type. We're starting off with oily skin. So this is for anyone with oily skin, or anyone who really wants a matte finish, like shine control. They want their blush to stay put, they don't want it to slide off, they don't want it to fade. So first off, let's get started with this one. Now I've got all different brands here, by the way, so they're not like, you know, it's not like one brand continuously. So we've got the Dior Forever Blush Soft Filter. This is an amazing blush, and the reason being is because it's a kind of it's a souffle formula. I'm not going by what they say, by the way. So this is, everything that I'm describing to you is based on, I would say, consumer experience, someone who's actually used the products. It's not based on what the brand tells you. I have not looked up these brands to check what each blush is about, nothing at all. To be fair, I very rarely ever do that unless I'm trying to understand, unless I want to know what the formula is, like what's in there, or if I want to know kind of like how you're meant to use it. Yeah, this blush is a very souffle type formula. So when you actually first apply it, because I don't know how you guys apply blush, you can apply this obviously directly onto the skin, or you can apply it on the back of your hand and then apply it with a beauty blender. I'm going to go through what I personally would recommend. I personally like applying this either straight onto the face or on the back of my hand, and then I use a beauty blender. Using a beauty blender and going on the back of my hand, which is where I put the blush, and applying it that way is something I do very often. And the reason being is because I feel like you get the most perfectly dispersed, blurred finish to your blush. So there's a little trick there for you. Always use a damp beauty blender to apply your blush, and that doesn't mean apply it on your cheek and then go in with the beauty blender. It means apply it onto the back of your hand, spread it out so you get a nice even application to your beauty blender, and then apply it with your beauty blender. I think it's going to be a game changer for you. So this blush dries down to a matte finish, and it's a very kind of like, I would say, well pigmented product. I feel like a little goes a long way, and you can really tell it's that whipped, airy formula. So you're not going to get any kind of liquid. It's not a liquid formula whatsoever. So you're going to find this very easy to blend in, even though it isn't a liquid formula, because it's such a soft whipped formula that it's very easy for it to just, you're not going to get any patchiness with this. I would personally always recommend applying this with a beauty blender. You can use a brush if you want, but you will even see for yourself that when you apply it with a blush compared to a sponge, you're going to get a much more airbrushed, even finish with a sponge as opposed to with a brush. Because the formula is so souffle style, it works better with a sponge, because when you're using a brush, unless you're using a dense brush, when you're using a brush, it's going to pick up chunks of the formula because it's so whipped, it's so souffle style. So I would highly recommend using a sponge with this. You're going to get the most amazing blurred finish to your skin wherever you apply the blush. So it's especially good for anyone, like I said, oily skin, anyone who prefers a matte finish, and anyone who deals with texture, I would say. It's also very good for that. The second blush that I would recommend within this skin type category is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. My personal favorite is Pillow Talk in here. This is more of a liquid formula. You have a sponge tip on here. Oh, God, I'm throwing things all over the place these days. There's quite a few videos where I've just flung things around recently. So this has a twist applicator. So you twist it and basically it opens it up a little bit, and then the formula comes through the sponge. In all honesty, I don't feel like you can apply and blend with this sponge. I think it's a big no-no. I feel like you're gonna get a better finish if you press it in. I'm actually wearing this one now, but I only put a little bit on. If you just do a couple of dots here and then you use either a brush or a sponge to buff it in. Don't try and blend with this. It's just, it's not made for blending. I don't know if it is even made for blending, but it definitely does not blend. Like, it's just you're not going to be able to get the nice blurred edges around it, right? Because the formula comes out along the whole entire sponge. Yeah, I would say a little goes a long way with this. You don't need too much. I feel like a lot comes out, so be careful with that. I do feel like it gives you a very soft matte finish. It's not so matte. It's actually much more of a soft matte finish. And I feel like if you weren't to put any powder over it, you are going to get that very subtle kind of glow later in the day, but very subtle. So that's another one that I would recommend. The next blush that I'm going to recommend is the Prada Touch blush. I personally love these blushes. I have heard a lot of feedback on this. People are not liking the packaging of this. I understand your point, because if you look at all of the other like Prada Beauty makeup, it's absolutely immaculate. Some of the best high quality packaging around. And then you look at this, it's kind of plastic and it's very different. I get what they were going for. Personally, I think they should stay away from that playful style because it doesn't suit them. But the actual formula, guys, let's ignore the packaging for a second, because what do you buy the product for the formula or the packaging? Right? I understand we want it all, because it's, especially when it's a lot of money and it's expensive. I totally get your point. I agree with you. I'm on the same page. Ultimately, the formula is what is amazing in this, right? The packaging isn't that bad where it's going to really annoy me. Yes, if you've really saved up and you spent a lot of money on it and you're looking for something that looks good, I get it. But ultimately, let's talk about the formula. The formula is absolutely amazing. It's one of the best cream to powder blushes around, I think. This, personally, I would suggest using either with your finger, so you pat this on and then use a sponge to buff it in, or you can just keep tapping with your finger very lightly, and that's going to give you a really nice finish. You're not going to get a patchy finish with this. It genuinely is I would say a cream to powder formula. In terms of the actual formula, it's like a cream in a pan. You know how you get like compact cream foundations? It's like that. That's what it's like. So you're going to get that really nice kind of easy blend with this. It dries to like a matte finish, but it's not like crazy matte. It's not like drying at all. It gives you a beautiful finish to your skin. It stays put. It sets itself. So all of these three that I've spoken about are self-setting, and the reason for that is because obviously they dry to a powder matte finish. I don't think all of them dry to a powder, by the way. I don't think the Charlotte Tilbury does. I do think the Dior and the Prada does dry to a powder finish, but it's not powder in the sense that you can see the powder. I absolutely love this. One of my favorite colors is peach, and I think that it's something you have to look past the packaging and just look at the formula if that really annoys you. Personally, I'm not so bothered about it. But okay, moving on to the next skin category, we're going to talk about dry skin. So this is for anyone with dry skin or anyone who loves a glowy finish or mature skin. First one we're going to talk about is the Hourglass Unreal Liquid Blush. This is a formula which is very liquidy, right? It's a liquid formula. It basically, you shake it. Highly pigmented, by the way, guys, highly pigmented. This is packed full of hydrating ingredients in there. So it's very, very good if you have dry skin. What you do here is you basically shake it like I did with the lid on. You then have this like soft pouch, soft kind of cushion at the bottom. You flip it over and you just press that there once, and it will give you a little drop. Right, and that's all you actually need, just a drop. Now, one of my favorites is this one called Moment. It's like a peachy color and it's very, very nice. Now, this particular liquid is very runny, very liquid. I would recommend applying this either with a sponge or with a stipple brush. I really like the Hourglass 15 brush for this. That's how I would apply it. It literally is the most hydrating formula. It's highly pigmented, but not so highly pigmented that it doesn't blend in well and it stays patchy. It blends to perfection. It is very glowy, and I think it's not very glowy, it's very hydrating, but it gives a nice glow too. It really does hydrate the skin, so you're not going to get anything that allows your dryness to come through, because some blushes, I think, they're really not focused on your skin type, they're just focused on the color. Right, and it ends up enhancing any dryness or flakiness that you might have on the skin. I feel like this is a very forgiving blush. It gives the most stunning, hydrated, healthy looking finish to the skin. And you can wear this kind of like more transparent, or you can add more, like build it up. So like I would apply a layer, let it dry down, and then apply another layer if you really want that like punch of color there. So that's something I would highly recommend. Very, very good blush. The next one is, this is the only one that is a duplicate brand in here, where there's two of this brand. This is the Dior Rosy Glow Stick. And if you haven't tried this, you're gonna love it. This is a very good blush stick for anyone who is within this skin category. It's gonna give you a very healthy looking glow to your skin. So first off, there's a couple of ways that I would recommend putting this on. One, you can swipe it if you want. I'm not a fan of swiping blush on, to be honest with you. So I personally like to basically use a brush or a sponge, and I take it from the stick and then I apply it. So I either would use the Hourglass 15 or I would use a beauty blender and I would go like that and then I would apply it that way, right? So it's really up to you how you apply it. You can swipe it on and use your fingers to pat it in. It depends on how much base you've got underneath, I think. If you've got a lot of foundation underneath, then I would recommend not swiping it on because you're going to disturb that layer. If you generally don't tend to wear much of a base, then you can just swipe it on if you want. This is very hydrating for the skin. It doesn't enhance any of the texture, any of the kind of like dryness in the skin or wrinkles or anything like that. I feel like it's a very forgiving formula. It's a stick formula, obviously, so you don't have to swipe a lot to be able to get the color come through. I feel like you've got some really good shades in here. Rosewood is one of my favorites. You get a really nice glass skin glow from this. It's one of those types. Next up, we've got the Pixie Liquid Blush. So this is something that I've recently tried and I actually really love it, and it's very hydrating for the skin. So this particular shade I believe is called Warmth, and it's like a peachy color, and it's a very, very pretty peach. It's not too orange, it's more of a pastel peach, I would say. And I found that this is like more of a liquid blush, and it gives a really nice glow at the same time. I feel like if you're looking for something that is not self-setting and really does it's very flexible on the skin, then this is a good one because it just melts into the skin. It gives the most beautiful glow to the skin. So you're going to get that really nice highlight with this too, but there's no shimmer or sheen in there. So it's just a very, very nice product. It's very hydrating. I am not sure if there's any kind of skincare benefits in there. I'm sure there is, but it's a very pretty formula on the skin. So it's great for dry skin, mature skin, or textured skin. I think it is something that will probably stay fluid on your skin. So just letting you know that. But it's a very nice blush. I think you're gonna like it. So moving on to the next category. Before we do, please do like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button because it will really help my channel out. And please do head on over to thebeautybreakfastclub.com. It's my online magazine. I've created it all myself. I have a new newsletter that goes out every other day. Everything's written by me, and it's all about beauty, mindset, wellness, and a bit of culture thrown in, a bit of style thrown in. And I think you're really going to enjoy it because there's some really good topics on there. Things that I feel like we should be talking about, things that I feel like you guys are probably thinking but no one talks about. And there's a lot of kind of beauty reviews on there, new products that come out on there. You'll see them there sometimes first before you see them here. There's reviews, there's comparisons, there's tried and tested, there's even tutorials on there. There's everything that you need on that site. So when you head on over, subscribe to it. It's free to subscribe, and that will give you access to one free newsletter every 5 days or so. But if you go for the paid version, you're going to unlock the entire site, and the paid version costs you the same as getting yourself one coffee a month, but it gives you way more. You get much more satisfied from what you get from this than you do from one coffee, and you will get to also join the group chat, which means you get to ask me any questions directly and I answer. But what I think is even more amazing about that group chat is that, and the group chat is on the platform, by the way, you get to meet all these other people who love the same thing as you. They love beauty, they love wellness, they love all like-minded people who are very nice and are all helping each other out in the beauty space. It's actually I just think you're really going to enjoy it. So please do try it out. I think you're going to like it. And people are sending their pictures in of their makeup for the day, and people are like, you know, oh, that looks amazing. Or people have got queries about makeup and people helping each other out. I think you're really going to like it. So head on over there and I hope to see you there soon. So moving on to the next skin category, which is combination normal skin. So this first one that I want to go through is the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick. Now, I personally love this shade. This is Earthy Pink. Now, I feel like this is just a very good stick blush. I feel like you get good pigment from it. I feel like it's not so fluid where, you know, it kind of slides around everywhere. I feel like it gives you a really nice kind of, I wouldn't even say glow, to be honest with you. I feel like this just gives you a very soft blurred finish to the skin more than glow. The colors are really, really nice. They're very easy to use. Again, same thing, unless you're maybe you have a minimal base underneath, like hardly any foundation, then swipe it on. I would otherwise use your finger or use a beauty blender or a brush. You're going to get a really nice finish with it. I feel like it is kind of hydrating as well. It doesn't dry out, it doesn't self-set, but it also doesn't move around too much. So once you've got it on, it stays on and it looks healthy. The next one is one of my favorites. This is the Fenty Beauty Shake and Play. My personal favorite is Fire Papaya. I was not calling it that when I first tried this because obviously my pronunciation is so bad. I was calling it Fia Papaya, but it's fire just because it's spelt that way. But clearly I was not in on what they were trying to do. So yeah, but this is amazing. This is like almost like it's like a watermelon color. It's a little bit more pink, but I absolutely love it, and I don't usually like a lot of pink. So what I love about this is the pigment is absolutely amazing, but it has this sponge tip there. Now you obviously can't blend with this, but you just do 1 or 2 dots there. Great pigment, hydrating, but it sets really well without it being drying. And the brush that works absolutely amazing with this is the Fenty Beauty 145 brush. And I actually think this brush is amazing for most liquid blushes, by the way, which are high pigment. So I love this. There are a few more colors that I think you're going to really like. I personally think the pigment is absolutely amazing and it looks stunning on the skin and the colors are amazing. So moving on. This one is the Rare Beauty, I think this was called Soft Pinch Blush. I may be wrong there, but this one is in Joy. This is one of my favorite colors. Joy and Worth are my favorite shades, the only ones I've really tried, I think. But I really like this. I feel like it's great for combination to normal skin. The pigment is insane on this. Probably one of the most highly pigmented blushes that I've gone through. Personally, I like to use a beauty blender to blend this in because I feel like it gives you a better finish. I feel like it's a soft blurred finish that you get. It's not overly shiny. It's not overly kind of glowy. I feel like it just is a really good in-between blush, you know? So it's that one where you don't want it to be overly glowy, you don't want it to be overly matte either. So it kind of sits in the middle, I think, when it comes to finish. So those are my blushes that I recommend for all different skin types. Let me know if I've missed any that you think fit really well for any one of these categories, because I would love to know. And let me know if there are any blushes that you don't recommend, because that would be interesting, because I feel like we always talk about what we recommend and there's, you know, there's a lot that maybe some people go through that they don't recommend. So I would like to know from you if there is anything that maybe I should be aware of, or maybe, you know, I will try it then to see what I think of it. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell button, and that will make sure that you don't miss my next video because I think you're going to love that one. And everything's listed in my description, so you can head on over, click on the links and it will take you straight through it to it. I'm going to love you and leave you and see you on the next video.